Good evening, everyone. Thank you for showing up today for yourself and for everyone. I am Kalisha. I'm a minister of Web of Life and Quinn's co-host. We're just here for a brief time, and the way we can really honor our opportunity to live wherever we live is to acknowledge and honor the people that came before us. Currently, I'm joining and honoring the land of the O'odham and Hohokam peoples. Now for a land acknowledgement, we're going to just take a moment to silently acknowledge and honor the land and the original peoples of the land in which you reside. During the summit, we at Web of Life Animist ministers will be sharing their gifts with you. Think of this as a showcase of our gifts. We're not here to make you believe anything you don't feel comfortable with, and there is no exception that you will like or agree with each minister's offerings. Take what you can use and put aside what you cannot. We just want to introduce these concepts for you to at least think about. If you find yourself uncomfortable or struggling with anything that is shared, we invite you to just notice this for yourself. Now about roles. We are all equal here. Me and Quinn are considered the organizers. The ministers' roles are to lead their respective topic, and your role is to show up for yourself and the others during this time. We are all important stars in this show. And this summit isn't going to look perfect, and that's okay. Our social conditioning has taught us that we need to be perfect, and that is stress-inducing. Also, it doesn't allow us to honor ourselves fully, and it prevents us from doing things because if we can't do it right, we don't want to venture into doing them at all. We're conditioned to believe failure is bad, and it's actually where the growth and learning happens. So let's give grace to any imperfections today. So now we'll turn it over to Quinn.
So thank you to Kalisha, one, for what you just said, and also for inspiring this thing to happen at all. So thank you for that. So for anyone who does not know me, I am Quinn Red Mountain, and this morning, way too early for me, I was woken up. Sometimes that happens for us, and something started running in my mind like a voice, and so I wrote it down, and so I'm going to share that with you here right now. And this is what wants to be said during my time here. So we are co-creating this circle. Each of the four that we are co-creating all together, each four segments, right? As a whole, we are co-creating it. There are people who are going to listen later, not here in the live circle. They also, when you listen, you are co-creating this circle. So as I just said, I'm the founder, instigator, and I guess caretaker of Web of Life Animist. And it's been, I think I'm in my 24th year of this general work, and it's 15 years being a legal church. The thing is, though, is I have not done this alone. It is not my creation. It is the co-creation of each of us who has been touched by it and touched it. Plus, there is this energy that we all acknowledge in our own ways that is greater than any one of us, that has inspired and guided this thing this being, this energy that we are calling Web of Life now. I spoke a bit about the origin story of Web of Life Animist Church in the podcast that's out this week. So you can go there to hear that story, some more details. Plus, what is unfolding in the world right now, it makes this a perfect time for this particular summit. One thing I'll share about the origin story, or from the origin story of this church, is the voice that spoke in my head about the idea of starting an actual legal church in the first place, which of course at the time and since then in various ways I have definitely resisted that idea, the C word. The voice said, "It is time that you set a precedent that what you all," said you all, "are doing is equal to what other people call their religion." So I'll say that again. It is time that you set a precedent that what you all are doing is equal to what other people call their religion. and later it will be more important. And that was spoken to me in 2008. And now in 2023, I do see what it means. So animist ideas are animist ancestry, and the decolonization of our culture as well as our minds is essential in co-creating the most benevolent future that we could possibly co-create for our descendants. That's why I feel it is incredibly important now to be on this peak, the summit, and to see where we need to go as individuals and collectively. So here together, just for a second, let's imagine that we are all on a high mountain peak together, and that there are decisions to be made, actions to be taken, and healing that is ready to happen. So we sit together and we listen and share about all who we are and what might be next, because there's many possibilities. All of us here and in the following weeks, all of us together, also anyone who listens later, you are jumping into this too. So in a way, we all are time traveling right now. Everyone who speaks tonight is not just to the group that's here, but when it's put out, it's to anyone who stumbles onto it and finds it. And in that moment, they are in the circle as well. So we are all here together, exploring our ideas and gifts with each other. We ministers are sharing with you with the intention of navigating our onward journey together. I have come to trust us together. I trust we will receive guidance and enact actions needed each moment going forward, because we are connected within this amazing web of life. Thank you so much for being here and participating in this experience. And I just have to say, this process of putting together this summit has been humbling and inspiring to me. And all you ministers are amazing. So next, now we hand it over to the people who are sharing for the opening ceremony, and we're going to start with my mother, because for a number of reasons, she is a minister, a number of reasons, this wouldn't be happening without her. And so as a way to honor her, Mom, you're first.
Well, hello. I'm Sue Ellen, and I'm glad to be here. I live off the grid in the forest outside of Portland, Oregon, and I make up. Those two things are what have helped me connect with the oneness. So to me, animism is opening to that oneness that is within us and connects everything. Well, our ancestors long ago practiced this because they had to be open and respectful and connected to nature and each other to survive. They had to listen and feel and respect and communicate with everything around them to learn and know what to eat, how to heal, how to understand their environment, and all that is in it. Now animism helps us to reconnect with those ways of knowing that we had hidden and often forgotten, and to share these ways in our suffering world. So simply animism to me is doing everything from a place within. For instance, I really get to understand this when I make mosaic art murals out of stones. And I allow the oneness in me with the stones to guide me to choose exact one that will fit in the spot where my design needs it. My energy is drawn to it. I see it. I touch it. I try it in the spot, and chikung, it fits perfectly. I love that. I feel its perfection. So for me, there is one energy that is everything, and we all are part of that energy. And we have a perfect place within it. How comforting. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Liliana, and I'm Native American from South America. My other side is Italian, so I honor all of them. I live in Tucson, Arizona, and I also went to the pastoral training, as well as many training from my own grandmother and other teachers in my home. Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor for me to be here. So I will start by opening with a prayer. So I ask the fire spirits, and I thank the fire spirits for being here with us, because the fire spirits will help us offer some incenses to the spirits or to the gods or to the creator, whatever you call it to. And I want to thank to my friend who brought me this from Montenegro, from a church over there. It's a beautiful smell. And I thank my friend, I thank the people that made this so far away. And I want to acknowledge all the ancestors and the spirits that they were in this land before any of us were here. I want to acknowledge my own ancestors that are coming from very, very far to be here with us. We thank the water for giving us what it gives us every day, for cleaning us, for taking care of our thirst, and for all the things that water does for us. And this represents the Mother Earth, all the bones from our ancestors, the stones. And I thank them too, because they're healing as well. I thank all the spirits that guide us to do this work. I thank to all of us for being here. And our sweet Mother Earth, to love her and respect her, because really she's our true mother. And I thank her for being here. Let's love her. And let's take the teachings that we have to more people. I thank all of you again. And I thank my ancestors, all my teachers, and all of you as teachers. Thank you. It's an honor to be here again. Ojo, Ashe. Gracias.
Good evening, family. Hope everybody's doing good out there. I want to start with a little prayer here. I'd like to thank the creation for my life, for the silence and the stillness, and to this Mother Earth, the air, the water, and the light that reminds us who we are, and in that way shows us who we are not. I'd like to thank Wynn for inviting me here, and to Kalisha for helping put this together. I was asked to do a couple things with you guys today, so I'd like to do that. I want to set into ourselves a little bit and maybe just kind of feel how we're feeling today and just kind of see where that takes us. I'm going to do a couple of little breathing exercises with you guys and do the way that you want, just be present for yourself. A lot of people were going to talk today, and a lot of things are going to be said throughout the whole conference. And so I would just say, if something comes up for you, just feel it, be present for it. We all have different opinions. We all have different ways of thinking. It's a beautiful life. And we've been waiting all our whole life to meet each other. We have ancient people inside of us. We have that ancient spirit, that ancient wisdom that's inside of every one of us. And it ain't from this body. It ain't from this death disguise. So just be aware of that. And you're allowed to be and feel any way that you want, but be responsible for it, take action for it. I would say something like that. And I would say if we can, just maybe let's put our hand on our abdomen and our left hand on our abdomen and our right hand on our heart. And I would just like to thank the Camille Otum people where I'm at here for being the stewards of this land, and the Hohokam, the ancient people who mile for mile built more waterways than the Romans built roads. So I would just say that, there's a lot of native people here in this Arizona territory, as they call it now, but it wasn't always. And there was a lot of people here, and a lot of them were farmers. And so they knew the only way that life was going to be expressed here is if they built canals so that they could bring the water. And they're still in use. A lot of them are still in use. I would say all of them. And so, that's life. Water is life. And so this is our breath. I'm gonna take us into a little exercise here, and I just want you to become aware a little bit, aware of where you're at, how you're feeling. I want you to maybe close your eyes and just kind of feel how the breath is coming into your body. Maybe it's coming into your chest, or maybe it's coming into your abdomen. Be a little aware of that. Now I'm going to ask you to try to breathe into your abdomen a little bit. Just take your time. We're trying to bypass the emotion that's in the heart. The lungs and the heart, they have a lot of emotion. And so when we breathe there, it kind of brings those things up. So we're trying to bypass that today. We're trying to go a little lower into our abdomen. As you take a breath in, your abdomen will balloon out. And then just exhale softly. And let's just do that for a little bit. Thank you, family. Thank you for listening to me. My name is Raymond Alonso Baca. Some people call me Two Bears. My father is Raymond Baca, and my mother is Eduviges Baca. My grandfather is Alonso Baca, and my grandmother is Rose Lobato. Also, my other grandmother is Elogia Molinar and Jesus Molinar. So thank you very much, family. I hope that this summit is exactly what you were looking for. I hope that it hits your heart just the right way. And I really appreciate you showing up for me because I've been waiting for you. Thank you. Oh.
I am Dorothea, an ordained animist minister and pastoral counselor. In England, a sycamore tree that had germinated in the time of Bach sat for 300 years at the bottom of a dip in Hadrian's Wall, which was built by the Roman Empire. About 2 weeks ago, a man in his 60s and a 16-year-old boy were arrested for thoughtlessly cutting down this tree to a stump. This was a tragic loss for all of us, and it made me wonder what disruption in the soul could motivate anyone to take out their twisted emotions on such a blessed ancient protector. As animists, we grieve deeply for the loss of this sentinel. It's a painful example of how so many at this tumultuous time are utterly removed from their own human animist nature. In this time of transformation, may we as animists bring our healing love and light to join in the community of all who gather to honor, protect, and support Mother Gaia. I offer a common Christian prayer that becomes an animist invocation when translated directly from the Aramaic. O Mother Gaia, O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not allow us to be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground, and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again, and so it is. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Lola Laijong. I am descended from the Han tribe in China. My mother's family name is Ma, M-A-H, from Samsui in Guangdong. My father is from southern China. I was transported in Tucson from Chicago, and I call myself an eclectic Taoist. I was also involved with the Women's Sundance community that Grandma B sponsored. Perspective. In the 1970s, the radical lesbians made known patriarchy is dead. Take heart, dear one. Witness, but do not fear, nor allow yourself to be distracted by the death throes of patriarchy, this thrashing about of the sideshow that it is. Remember instead to be aware of what you focus on. How do you want to see the world now, in the future, and for the next 7 generations? How do you want to be in this world of your visioning? Let that inform every thought and action as you continue building your vision. Countering hate with love. A trans woman was on stage when a hater started yelling ugly, accusing lies. This trans woman's response? She started singing Over the Rainbow. Eventually, the audience joined her, drowning out the hatefulness. Let every crying baby be cuddled and comforted. Let all beings on earth and beyond be fed. Hear, heed the music of the universe. And if you think we stand alone, look again, and you will see we are children in the rafters. We are babies in the park. We are lovers at the movies. We are candles in the dark. We are changes in the weather. We are snowflakes in July. We are women grown together. We are men who easily cry. We are words not quickly spoken. We are the deeper side of try. We are dreamers in the making. We are not afraid of why. That's clips from the song It Won't Take Long by Ferron, Ferron. You can find on YouTube. Can we be like drops of water falling on the stone, splashing, breaking, dispersing in air, weaker than the stone by far, but be aware that as time goes by, the rock will wear away and the water comes again. Clips from the song The Rock Will Wear Away by Mick Christian, composed by Mick Christian and Holly Near, also on YouTube. I'm building a rainbow bridge with LOC and others out on the edge, healing ourselves and Mother Earth, honoring the women who gave us birth. Let's celebrate. To all my relations, thank you.
Good to be here, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Flower. Hi, everyone. And as a minister, some of my duties include frolicking with the fairies and appreciating all the beautiful flowers. And I also do my very best to impart whatever knowledge I can to littles that I teach about animism. I also get to share my love of Reiki, cranial sacral healing, and of course, Goddess Kuan Yin. Tonight, it is my honor and joy to get to offer you the opportunity to connect with your heart. And this is really important as we go forward with the summit so that we can all receive with our clear hearts and we are open to receiving, and we can move out any blocks that might be hanging around. So to do this, I am going to call on Goddess Kuan Yin. Isn't she beautiful? Good. I'm happy to see lots of heads shaking yes. And I'm sure anyone who watches this later is yes, yes, yes. Very beautiful. She's going to guide us with compassion and support. She's very well known for that. I would like to invite you to begin by just pulling your shoulders back. I know, like when we go through our days, a lot of times we're just hunched over. If we've been in front of the computer, maybe hunched over. So pull your shoulders back so your heart is fully present for us. Place your hand on your heart and the other on your stomach. And just allow your belly to press forward. Just let it hang. You know, just think about like if you just had a huge meal and let it hang. I give you permission to do that. Let your belly just hang out and breathe and feel relaxed in your body. Feel the joy of being within your body. Imagine that you can hear your heart. And I suppose that there's quite a few of you that actually can hear your heart. Gently rub your heart. Rubbing the front side of our heart. And as you're rubbing the front of your heart, imagine that you can also feel it at the back of your heart. Many of us have open hearts, and that means our front heart usually is the part that's open because we give a lot to others and we share our love with others. It's the back of our heart that is known for receiving compassion and support and love. And tonight, we need to make sure that the front of our hearts and the back of our hearts are in balance. Continue to rub your heart and breathe. Begin to softly tap your heart. And imagine that vibration carrying to the back of your heart. Each vibration is loosening any blocked areas. And we can invite Kuan Yin to carry away any doubts, fears, worries that our poor hearts have been lugging around. Thank you, Kuan Yin. See your heart infused with tendrils of radiant light. This calls to mind jellyfish. Think of all those beautiful tendrils they have hanging down, all different colors. And as you're tapping and you're feeling the back of your heart and you're seeing that tendril infused light, your heart is beginning to expand. Your heart is spacious. Think to yourself, I am calm. Ooh, I feel so calm now. I am safe. This is a safe space. And as we move forward with our summit, it will remain a safe space. All that is shared, safe space. I am grateful. It's so good to check in all during the day and right now. So grateful to be here, to be part of this connection. Grateful. I am supported. One of the benefits of this summit is bringing you support. Minister support, everyone's support. We are all part of this web. As you repeat words, imagine your inner child receiving a big hug. See your child self doing something joyful. It could be blowing bubbles, swinging, climbing a tree, dancing, singing. So many different things. Tell yourself, I am connected. I am connected. I am centered. I am clear. My mind is quiet. Quiet. Ah, quiet. My heart is open, ready to receive all of this awesome and amazing and heartfelt shares. Your heart light is reaching out across the web of life. Feel it, connecting to others. All of our beautiful hearts are connecting now. Those tendrils of light flowing out. And these words that we spoke are echoing out. Quiet and safe and connected and grateful and supported, open-hearted. As these words travel out, their vibrations will continue to travel out, keeping all of us in an uplifted space. Because moving forward, we need to have uplifting. Say these words with me in a whisper. You don't need to shout them because they will carry out. Peace. 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 Love. 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 Let us go forth with our open hearts.
Call me Changa, and I bring a message, embracing inner beauty, wisdom from Roadrunner. In this sacred realm, our shared spiritual journey, I find it imperative to reflect upon a profound wisdom that transcends time and culture, a wisdom imparted by the ancient spirits and passed down through generations. It is a truth that speaks to the essence of our being, a truth that echoes the sentiments of the venerable Roadrunner. Beauty comes from the inside out. So stay positive and love yourself. As a spiritual guide within our community, I have had the privilege of witnessing the transformative power of this wisdom. It is a reminder that our outer appearance is but a fleeting reflection of the radiance that resides within us. True beauty emanates from the depths of our souls, a luminosity born of nobility and self-love. In a world often fixated on superficial standards, we must continually remind ourselves and each other of this timeless truth. When we nurture our inner self, love and positivity, it not only illuminates our own lives, but also radiates outward, touching the hearts of those around us. Our spiritual path is one of self-discovery, healing, and growth. And it is through embracing this inner beauty that we align ourselves with the profound energies of the universe. Let us encourage one another to cultivate self-love and nobility as we walk this sacred path together. May we remember that the Roadrunner's wisdom resonates deeply within us, reminding us that beauty is not a mere facade, but a radiant light that shines from within. With heartfelt blessings and deep gratitude for your unwavering presence on this spiritual journey, Changa the Kinga El.
Each one of you who shared just letting that settle in a little bit, all of it. Kalisha.
I was going to actually do what you were suggesting. Let's sit here for a second and absorb all of what was just shared for a moment of silence to take in everything that we just heard.